Good afternoon from Big Sky Country. I'm Stacy, owner of Montana Used Bricks. And it's been quite a few weeks since I've done a video. There's been a lot going on with me. As many of you know from my other videos, my mom had a heart attack back in July and she was back in the hospital the end of October for almost 10 days. And because I've been so focused on my mom, I haven't been taking care of myself, so my own health is starting to go downhill again, and it's becoming this vicious cycle. But I did want to give you guys just a really quick update. I have not done anything with my store, and it really showed in the sales for October. Thank goodness I had done some stuff for eBay, and that kind of evened things out so that we had a fairly good month compared to September, but Bricklink sales were way down. I am feeling a little bit discouraged because I know I could be doing better and it's so discouraging, but I just have so much other stuff going on. And I have been kind of going back and forth on, do I take a break? Do I not take a break? And of course, during all this, the Bricklink site went down, so I did get a break. Not one that was planned though, but it was very interesting to go out and to read the Reddit threads, the Facebook group, and just different places about people's theories, their ideas, and just the range of emotions from being very almost angry about the situation to being very understanding. And as somebody who works in IT and has had to deal with emergencies, not security, thank God, but just other IT emergencies, I know how stressful that situation is. And I just think that Bricklink handled it the best they could under the circumstances. I do not know how many people they have working in their IT for security, but security is tricky. I do know that from working in IT, and there is so much more that goes on behind the scenes that a lot of people don't even realize. So I appreciate all the work they did. I was not as upset about it. I think the thing that upset me the most was knowing that there are stores out there that Bricklink is 90% of their income, and to not have that was probably almost terrifying for them. And I did feel bad for the people that use Bricklink for their income. And I'm very thankful it came back up as quickly as it did, and that they did it out of an abundance of caution to keep everybody's accounts safe. So that's how I feel about that situation. I would be curious what you guys thought when all of that happened. If you were maybe a little angry that they didn't have security protocols in place before this happened, or if you were understanding, or if you were like, well, whatever, I get a couple of days away from the store. I would be curious how you guys felt about that. I'm kind of at the point now where I'm wondering what I want to do. I would very much like to continue with this store, but if I can't start bringing in more income, it's just not going to be feasible to continue to do this. But at the same time, I have thousands and thousands of parts left to put in inventory, so I will probably continue to work on the store, but maybe not as gung-ho about it. I don't know how else to put that I have been in the past. Right now I'm more focused on family, on my mom's health, on my own health, and now we're coming into the holidays, so you got that little bit of added stress on top of everything else. So the store is probably going to be in the background for me. I would like to continue these videos. I really enjoy doing them. I especially enjoy reading all the comments that you guys have put in the videos. It really does keep me going, and it reminds me I'm not alone. I know there are some other stores that are kind of in the same boat as I am, where they're not doing as well as they would think they should be doing. I've said this in just about every video I've done, but you only get out of your store what you put into it. And I have not been putting in the time and the energy needed to make this store a success. And does it worry me a little bit? Yes, because I'm sitting surrounded by all this stuff. even on days when I'm working from home, I am staring at this stuff going, what am I doing? I need to do something with this. But it's just one of those things that I will probably work through and get through on the other side. I am a little curious though if other stores have seen a decline in sales, if it is really just me because I haven't been putting as much into it as I should be, or if maybe there really is something going on with, the recession and people are just struggling to pay their bills as it is, and Lego is a luxury that they just can't afford right now, or if they feel maybe there's something else going on. I do kind of feel a little bit like some of the bigger stores are taking away from some of us smaller stores because they have the bulk and they are able to give those deeper discounts than I can afford to give in my store. I did go through and do some tiered pricing on some of the parts that I have in abundance, so maybe that'll help draw some people in, but I don't know. Right now, it's just kind of a day-to-day thing. My husband is still putting in minifigures, so we are selling some of those occasionally. And when I have the time and the energy, or if I just need a little bit of a stress break, I will come out and do inventory for a little while. So it's not like we've totally given up, but I have to say that at times I feel kind of like maybe even a hypocrite doing these videos and talking about how great it is to have a Bricklink store when things are not going great for me. But I cannot stress it enough. It's because I am not putting the energy into the store that is needed to run it. Running a Bricklink store takes a lot of time and energy, and you have to be willing to give a lot to get a lot out of it. So I know this is just kind of a rambling video, but I wanted to put something out there so I could get back in the habit of doing these weekly videos. And if you have any questions or anything you want me to cover, I've had quite a few people ask me, how does your husband do the minifigs? And I'm trying to convince him he needs to be on camera to do this for me. I can explain the process, but not as well as him because he actually does it. So I am still working with my husband. The other thing is I had somebody who offered to go over, I believe, Brick Freedom with me and answer any questions I have. And they had put something in the comments and I had said, yes, I will get a hold of you. And I've lost the name of your store. If you could repost in the comments, I promise you I will write down on the information this time to get a hold of you. What I think would be really nice is I did do a quick survey about a week ago asking if people were using Brick Freedom or Brick Sync. It looks like a majority of the people that responded said they were using Brick Freedom. There were several that I think used Brick Sync. It would be cool to maybe have one person that does Brick Freedom and one that does Brick Sync, and we could talk about the pros and cons of both. And also there were several comments from people that think that you shouldn't do that. You shouldn't be selling the same product on both platforms, which is something I hadn't even thought about. So I would really like to do a video on that as well. If you could go ahead and put something in the comments, even better, message me on Bricklink so I still have that information. And I will see you in the next video. Bye.